I do find that statue pleasing. I wonder if it matches the original vision of the artist, or if they changed the design as they worked on it. I am thankful these rides are quick. I do not like being in small, enclosed spaces with many people I do not know.
Wish that bartender at Viewpoint would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
If this shift doesn't end soon, my man is not gonna be happy.
All of our signature dishes are unique to them. There is simply no parallel to the food you will find here. One taste, and I'm sure you'll agree. Yes, of course.
Lucky you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Anything after the second class.
I feel like I've seen all there is to see. But hopefully I've left a few things for the next time. No one is born good or evil. Every day you take a step in one of those directions. Just enjoying the view. These days, my favorite thing to do is sit and listen. The wind, the trees, they all have their own language. Sometimes they even sing. I'm close to 80 years old, so I will spare you the long version. To put it simply, I lived, and I loved. And really, does a person need anything else? I agree. Some would say it's not enough. But if that were true, I would not be at peace. You don't need my advice. You're alive. And you've survived everything that comes with that title. Which is to say, you are an achievement, a gift. Never forget that. Oh, it just so happens I need a letter delivered to my pen pal in Sidonia. Pay is in advance, 1,000 credits. Her name is Hattie. She used to live in the apartment I live in now. I used to get all her packages because she never bothered to change her address. One day I tracked her down and sent her a letter. She sent one back. And from then on, we just never stopped responding. Bless you, child. I believe you'll find Hattie at the community center in Sidonia. Just hand her the letter. She'll know who it's from.
So, what's the point?
Of what?
This? Is it some sort of art? A Zen garden? What?
It's a communal art installation. It's supposed to look nice.
I guess. But I'm just saying, you could have a whole bat-ball field or some food stands. Something useful.
It's always something with you.
Have my attention.
Evening, ma'am.
You can't go in. You just can't.
But David's my friend. I
just got a feeling about
I hate
you.
to break it to you, but his PA
You have a story to tell. Welcome to SSNN, where the news never sleeps. If you're part of the David Barron fan club, try not to inflate his ego too much. He's liable to burst.
Listen, I might be able to hook you up with some merch. Maybe get you a ticket to a speaking gig.
Sorry. Long day. Longer night. How about a do-over? Let's take a look at you. You're not from around here. My guess is you really work for a living. I bet you have a story or two. I have a feeling about such things. Sounds like an old pickup line. But it really has, hasn't it? I'm interested only in primary sources. So things you've seen and or done that are newsworthy. No hearsay. So, what do you got for me? Looks like some Crimson Fleet brainiac figured out it's easier to hit stationary targets than dogfighting in the field. And you are an eyewitness with the courtesy to find us instead of being chased down. Refreshing. So what were the pirates doing there? It's not their usual MO. I could take a breather too. Rare minerals, you say? That would be worth the price of admission. So what's your role in all this? Part of a tour group? I didn't realize Argos Extractors hired such capable crew. So we've covered the basics. How about any harrowing tales of daring do? How'd a bunch of miners triumph?
How heartwarming. Constellation banding together with some dusty miners. I like it.
This is a good local story. Plucky miners band together and punch above their weight. If you ever get more stories like this, drop by. And take this to cover any incidentals, or other creative ways to pad out an expense report. If you have a new story for me, I'm very happy to pay your fee. You certainly get around. I'm surprised that branch has any customers left the number of times it's been held up. But I thought the Rangers had finally managed to get a handle on it. I heard there was a standoff. That true? I hear the robbers are provided free of charge. All part of the service.
What happened to the robbers? The Shaw gang?
I'm sure he was thankful for your assistance. These things are often messy. Any customers or Galbank staff get hurt? That's really good news. Usually, well, it's a different kind of story. You were there. You were involved in resolving it. Any comment on the Freestar Rangers? Having another high-profile robbery in their own backyard is a bit of a black eye. Huh. That's really good to know. Stories like this always fire up public outrage and appetite. Thanks for the interview. And take this. You have another story for me?
I'm working on an investigative piece about some of the businesses in the well right now. Trying to get a handle on how things are in that part of the city. I'm not sure the story will get off the ground, though. I asked the higher-ups if I could go down there for some interviews, but they said it's too dangerous. They'd probably be all for it if David asked.
Would you really? I'd owe you big time if you did. You've been a huge help on my other stories. I'm sure you'd do great. Great. I had 3 interviewees in mind. Teresa Mason, the owner of Kay's House, Henrik Zoran at Apex Electronics, and Nurse O'Shea from the Med Bay. You don't need to ask too many tough questions. I just want to read on how their businesses are doing, and how things are in the well. I really can't thank you enough.
wonder what has happened while we have been away. Come on. They're up. A world to conquer.
What are we building here?
I haven't picked up any kind of frequency or... signal coming from it.
That doesn't mean much. This thing could be emitting something we can't even detect. As far as we know, we could be building a gigantic bomb that will blow up as soon as we finish it. Or maybe it's some kind of interstellar children's toy.
Why would either of those things give the Discoverer visions and music? It's a message. I'm sure of it.
We just have to hope that finding more of the pieces will give us some clue.
I hear that. Moving forward sometimes means fumbling around in the dark. I think Cora and I can use some downtime, but you let me know if you ever want to team up again. Oh, and since it tends to come up, me and my Rugrat co-pilot work as a team. That's non-negotiable. If I'm coming with, that means Cora's on your ship. Likewise, you know where to find us.
If you have a moment, I have something I'd like to discuss.
My grandpa lives in Aquila
Good
City,
to see you.
but we don't visit all that often. I don't think Dad likes it there.
Take it easy.
Books. Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you have more books, or can you buy me more books? With real pages, a spine, the whole package. My book allowance is all gone and Dad won't get me more. So, books?
Hey, don't let her con you out of more credits. Her book allowance damn near bankrupted me.
Dad, this is between us. I like books about quantum theory and astrophysics. Or science. Or horses. Do you know that it wasn't until after the Industrial Revolution that horse speed was the maximum civilization speed for centuries? All of society was built upon horses. Imagine what they must have looked like for real. They look smelly, in a good way. Oh, Dad, you've made the best friend ever.
Well, now you done it. Now you can get pestered about books nonstop.
Yeah, a small price to pay for my education. Now the important question. Pizza. Favorite topping? And please don't say cheese. Dad loves boring old cheese. Did you hear that, Dad? Meat! We have you outnumbered!
We could always get one of each.
No, you lose. I have decided that I will stay. You have the Cora stamp of approval. I, seem to have left my stamp back on Dad's ship, but imagine it there, on your arm. Cora approves.
Before I say anything, I need to clarify that I have no formal medical training. So with that in mind, I think so. I know I said the scans weren't normal, but I would differentiate that from dangerous or concerning. I plan on keeping an eye on you, but you seem to have adapted to the changes. You're feeling okay, right? I'm not a doctor, but I do have eyes. I think I'd notice. I have no reason to expect anything that drastic will happen, but we are in uncharted waters here, so I guess you'd just be extra handy to have around. Well, not really. Based on my initial scans, but more on what I watched you do. But we'll run with it for now. For now, just relax. We're all behind you, and we'll take care of you if we need to. And if you wake up in the middle of the night to find me standing over you, taking scans or drawing blood, just take it in stride. I'm kidding, I wouldn't do that. Probably. Anything I can learn from is a help. Stay safe, okay? I know everyone's excited by anything I can learn from. See you later.
Hello. Ah, yes, we are done.
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive.
I must admit, you've surprised me. I thought you were going to take off as soon as you'd gotten something from us. But I was wrong. I want you for a little soiree I'm planning. A business meeting, of a sort at least. It's about an artifact, and our goal is simple. We're going to purchase it. Our seller is a freelance operative in the city of Neon, which means the artifact is almost certainly stolen from someone. I just need a little more presence in the negotiation to show we're serious. And I think you'd be perfect. That settles it, then. We just need to make a few stops when we get to the city, and then the drinks will be on me.
As long as the drinking comes after the negotiation, or whatever this is going to entail.
It'll be easy, I promise. I'll ride passenger on your ship until we get to Neon. Just let me know when you're ready to set off. To the Volai star system, then. I admit I'm a little excited.
As much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind a few answers now and then.
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this. Constellation, the artifacts. That doesn't sound crazy, does it? Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation. Second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust? Take care of yourself.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book.
Are you okay, Dad? You look tired.
No, you're sweet to worry, darling. I'm alright. Your dad's just not as young as he used to be.
What's new? Lay it on me.
Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
Need something?
I'm up for a little adventure.
Excusez-moi.
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot.
Let's get out there and do something new today, shall we?
Yeah, the way you handle things, not bad. Not bad.
Sorry, I was lost in a memory for a moment there. How can I help?
It's good to be out and about. Lives get stuffy sometimes.
What's on your mind?
You need something?
I'm all ears.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse in Constellation.
Hello, Captain.
I don't know about you, but a fella could do a lot worse than Constellation. Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
Sure, I've got a minute.
You need something?
Oh, pardon me. Was that your stomach or mine?
I'm up for a little adventure.
Anything I can help you with, Captain?
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot.
You're handling this whole captain thing really well, you know. Hey, Captain. Uh-huh.
You've got something for me?
I was beginning to want... if you hibernate.
Yes?
Yeah, the way you handle things, not bad. Not bad.
Something else. Yes, Captain.
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive.
Yes.
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint. Talk to me.
Let us see how Vladimir is faring.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am is satisfied with the results.
squats. Never regretted coming out of retirement. Constellation's got the writ of the righteous. Keeps me young. Let's deal. Been poring over the charts, looking for another match. Think this one might just be it. Spend so much time looking at the scans, I can see star systems orbiting in my head. Jaw the words another time then.
satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
advised, this ship is armed. You have been warned. Now what is it? Not interested. Now clear out. Is this some kind of distraction? It's not going to work.
I've got some stuff on my mind when you have the time.
I'm listening. Grav jump complete.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
Yeah? Something you need?
Time to cycle the airlock. Move.
What can I help you with?
Do you need something?
Can I help? Bye.
Got my attention. Right. No worries.
Hey, good to see you. So how much of a thrill has it been traveling with the one and only last descendant of the great Solomon Coe? Is it everything you imagined? Ain't you ever heard of sarcasm, friend? Okay, so how's it traveling with one of the great Coes? That better? You're something else. I gotta say, it's a relief being with you. So many people hear Coe and they expect me to pull some miracle out of a hat. Time has a way of just building on itself. Solomon was a good man. Great one, even. But if he ever heard all the bullshit being talked about him these days, he'd flat out deck him. It appears I left him in my other jacket. Sorry. But really, for some people, it ain't a joke. They have serious expectations. Yeah, there was a time, well before Cora, where it really weighed on me. Felt like every little thing I did or didn't do was a reflection on our great legacy. It's enough to drive you crazy. Now I just hope I can help Cora to... I don't know. Your kind words are appreciated. For my father, Cora, and me, everything starts and ends with Solomon Coe. He looked out at the stars, and he dreamed a way to get there. Imagine being the first person to jump into a new system, set foot on a new world. Hell, I get it. That's powerful stuff. And now... I'm just getting sappy. You're a bad influence, you know that? That's what I like about you. Well, I hope the comic book they make about our adventures is better than that rag on Solomon. The stuff they publish is just downright embarrassing.
Need something?
What is it?
It's good to be out and about. Lives get stuffy sometimes.
Let us see how Vladimir is faring. Yes? Back to it then.
How can I be of service, Captain?
Oh, sorry. Was doing the tallies work in my head. Inventory on the station. Next supply. Forgot to check the math on a few equations. The brain's long gone. Forgetfulness. Let's deal. Lucky I noticed a pattern in one of those artifacts you pulled out. Here.
Yeah, what is it?
Time you woke. We have things to do.
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book.
What can I help you with?
Landing gear's ready.
Greetings, Captain.
What does your scanner reveal? Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
Sidonia can have a depressing effect on you.
I heard they found another new freshwater deposit in one of the mines. So much better than paying those ridiculous import prices.
I have a pen pal in New Atlantis. We've never met in person, but she's still one of my best friends. All right. 20 years ago, I moved to Sidonia on a whim. Never thought I'd stay for as long as I have. Joy and Horus? I think they get along well enough. Sure, they argue, but that's a good thing. Disagreement's healthy. What good are your beliefs if you never have to defend them? Not to get all sappy, but I lost a son in the war. It's been 20 years, but it still makes my brain a bit swirly thinking about it. Just never got to say goodbye, you know? That bugs me. So I come here to try and get peace. Still doing things by hand, huh? I keep telling her she needs to act her age, not the stone one. But some people think being difficult builds character. Oh well. Let's see what she wrote. Oh no. I hope this doesn't mean... No, not quite. But the way this reads, I don't have much time. I need to go see her. If she's really on death's door, then this could be my only chance. Thank you for bringing me this. I need to go see my friend. I need to go see my friend.
Peace be with you. Greetings, my child. Is there any assistance the Sanctum Universum can offer you? Very well. I would be happy to take the time to speak with another child of God. Perhaps you would like to hear more about our benevolent Creator.
There are other beliefs in this universe. How can you be so certain yours is the one?
That is where faith comes in. God merely points us in the right direction, but it is up to us to accept it and follow the path to Him. Wonderful. God is indeed great. Not only did He breathe life into each and every one of us, but He opened the heavens to us and showed us the way to space so that we may be closer to Him. The Sanctum Universum is always here to provide guidance in your spiritual journey, if you seek it. Because to truly follow the teachings of our Lord and Creator, You must still have faith. Were he to simply lead us to him directly, it would defeat the purpose. You see, our mortal journey is still an important part of the human experience. We must learn and grow in our lives. Only then can we prove we are worthy of joining him in the hereafter. In its simplest form, Sanctum Universum believes that God has given us the ability to manipulate the heavens so that He may lead us to Him. As such, we accept those from all the faiths of old, provided they seek faith in the Almighty Creator. I help run this community center along with my associate, Joy. People from all walks of life are always welcome to come here and share this space for whatever purpose they need. I am also here to assist those seeking faith in God, under the Sanctum Universum, as we lack a true spiritual center here on Mars. We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if they choose to follow our faith. One is not conditional upon the other. We would never turn someone in need away, and we will happily serve those of any level of need. Certainly. Take this, and may God be with you. Have a blessed day.
My investments really took a pounding last quarter. I hope the market stabilizes soon.
Me? You want to talk to me? Oh, how are you? No. Oh, I mean, was that too frank? I don't know. I mean, the job pays well, but it's dangerous and hard work. I hurt myself a lot, too. I'm definitely looking forward to my contract being up so I can leave. But I don't really know what I'll do after. Man, this is all so stressful.
Then I think you should do what's in your heart. But you should let the person know why. If you care about them, then you owe them that much.
Joy, would you like to join me for drinks at the Broken Spear?
Oh, Horace, you know that's a terrible idea for our friendship. By the end of the evening, we'll be at each other's throats, debating spiritual philosophy. It'll be just like the last time.
No, not at all. We'll stay away from the topics altogether. I swear it.
I'll think about it. I could use a night out, and Jack does make strong cocktails.
Oh man, this is awkward.
So I'm confused. If there's no God, what do you think happens when we die?
You strike at the heart of the problem. Too much time is wasted on what will happen, rather than what is.
Sounds like something my friend in New Atlantis would say. She thinks you have to live in the moment.
Ah, but if one lives only for the moment, they can't see the forest for the trees, or the stars for the light.
But it's also a good point. What say you to that, Joy?
I'm not really a people person, so did I offend you?
4 people.
Yet none of us know its workings. We have faith that when we flick a switch, it will turn on as the Creator intended.
Now you're starting to lose me. It is simple yes or no question. Is there or is there not an afterlife?
Yes.
No. I'm not really a people person, so did I offend you?
You know that's a terrible idea for our friendship. By the end of the evening, we'll be at each other's throats, debating spiritual philosophy. It'll be just like the last time.
No, not at all. We'll stay away from the topics altogether. I swear it.
I'll think about it. I could use a night out, and Jack does make strong cocktails.
Joy, I need some advice.
Of course, my child. I'm
If you were pressured into making a promise, is it wrong to break it?
I see. Is this person someone you care about?
You might say that. It's complicated.
Then I think you should do what's in your heart. But you should let the person know why. If you care about them, then you owe them that much.
So I'm confused. If there's no God, what do you think happens when we die?
Oh man, this is awkward.
Too much time is wasted on what will happen rather than what is.
Sounds like something my friend in New Atlantis would say. She thinks you have to live in the moment.
Ah, but if one lives only for the moment, they can't see the forest for the trees or the stars for the light.
It is also a good point. What say you to that, Joy?
Not every light is starlight. The light in this room is made by people, for people.
Yet none of us know its workings. We have faith that when we flick a switch, it will turn on as a creator intended.
Now you're starting to lose me. It is simple yes or no question. Is there or is there not?
Oh man, this is awkward.
So I'm confused. If there's no God, what do you think happens when we die?
You strike at the heart of the problem. Too much time is wasted on what will happen rather than...
I'm not really a people person, so did I offend you?
She thinks you have to live in the moment.
Ah, but if one lives only for the moment, they can't see the forest for the trees or the stars for the light.
It is also a good point. What say you to that, Joy?
Not every light is starlight. The light in this room is made by people, for people.
Yet none of us know its workings. We have faith that when we flick a switch, it will turn on as a creator intended.
Now you're starting to lose me. It is simple yes or no question. Is there or is there not an afterlife?
Yes.
Joy, I need some advice.
Of course, my child. I'm here to help.
If you were pressured into making a promise, is it wrong to break it?
I see. Is this person someone you care about?
You might say that. It's complicated.
But you should let the person know why. If you care about them, then you owe them that much.
Joy, would you like to join me for drinks at the Broken Spear?
Oh, Horace, you know that's a terrible idea for our friendship. By the end of the evening, we'll be at each other's throats, debating spiritual philosophy. It'll be just like the last time.
No, not at all. We'll stay away from the topics altogether. I swear it.
I'm not really a people person, so did I offend you?
It's a night out, and Jack does make strong cocktails.
Joy, would you like to join me for drinks at the Broken Spear?
Oh, Horace, you know that's a terrible idea for our friendship. By the end of the evening, we'll be at each other's throats, debating spiritual philosophy. It'll be just like the last time.
No, not at all. We'll stay away from the topics altogether. I swear it.
I'll think about it. I could use a night out.
Oh man,
Jack does
this is awkward.
cocktails.
Joy, I need some advice.
Of course, my child. I'm here to help.
If you were pressured into making a promise, is it wrong to break it?
I see. Is this person someone you care about?
You might say that. It's complicated.
Then I think you should do what's in your heart. But you should let the person know why. If you care about them.
Oh man, this is awkward.
So I'm confused. If there's no God, what do you think happens when we die?
You strike at the heart of the problem. Too much time is wasted on what will happen rather than what is.
Sounds like something my friend in New Atlantis would say. She thinks you have to live in the moment.
Ah, but if one lives only for the moment, they can't see the forest for the trees or the stars for the night.
Don't be caught on the Martian. All outside surface activities require the use of a certified safety suit.
Yet none of us know its workings. We have faith that when we flick a switch, it will turn on as a creator intended.
Now you're starting to lose me. It's a simple yes or no question. Is there or is there not an afterlife?
Yes.
I'm not really a people person, so did I offend you?
So I'm confused. If there's no God, what do you think happens when we die?
You strike at the heart of the problem. Too much time is wasted on what will happen rather than what is.
Sounds like something my friend in New Atlantis would say. She thinks you have to live in the moment.
Ah, but if one lives only for the moment, they can't see the forest for the trees or the stars for the night.
But it's also a good point. What say you to that, Joy?
Not every light is starlight. The light in this room.
Oh man, this is awkward.
Yet none of us know its workings. We have faith that when we flick a switch, it will turn on as the creator intended.
Now you're starting to lose me. It's a simple yes or no question. Is there or is there not an afterlife?
Yes.
No.
Do you have a child or children between the ages of 5 to 18? Enroll them in a United Colonies distance learning program today. Your children will be provided with routine programs teaching them art, science, mathematics, history, and more, all in the comfort of your own home. Put your children on the right path to success and enroll today.
But you should let the person know why. If you care about them, then you owe them that much.
I'm not really a people person, so did I offend you?
Oh, Horace, you know that's a terrible idea for our friendship. By the end of the evening, we'll be at each other's throats, debating spiritual philosophy. It'll be just like the last time.
No, not at all. We'll stay away from the topics altogether. I swear it.
I'll think about it. I could use a night out, and Jack does make strong cocktails.
Caution, subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in Detonation occurs in 5, 4.
Well, I guess I am. The thing is, I get in trouble a lot. Nothing too serious. I've lost a few fingers and toes and stuff. And will I have to go see Dr. Flynn a lot for treatment? I'm pretty sure she's annoyed and sick of seeing me. I don't blame her. I've been thinking about writing her a letter of apology, but I have no idea where to even start. I don't want to come across as weird or annoying.
The light in this room is making
Particle detonation concluded.
Stay
It is
safe.
now safe to resume normal activity.
I swear, that warning klaxon still startles me every time.
Red and orange. Everything's red and orange as far as the eye can see. It can start to wear on you.
Faith in the greatness and ingenuity of the human spirit is what helped us spread among the stars. Why, hello there. What can I help you with? Have you come to seek assistance from the House of Enlightenment? We're here to serve the Cydonia community in many ways. While we don't have a belief in a greater power, we have faith in humanity that people will always strive to better the human race. As a community, we come together to help those in need. Food, shelter, basic amenities. We'll provide because that's what people do for one another. Yes, the Enlightened serve as a community-centric institution, much like a traditional church, but without religious faith. For it's the community and faith in one another which is important, not adherence to a particular religious dogma. We'll always be here if you need something, or just want to meet people. Actually, before you go, would you mind helping me out with something? I was debating with my dear friend Horace and would like an outside opinion. He believes that faith in a higher power is what inspires more people to be good, I say that more people do good without any promise of divine reward or retribution. What do you think? Ah, that's an interesting perspective. Thank you. I guess when you get down to it, as long as people are good to each other, it doesn't matter what drives them to be good. I'll be sure to share that with Horace. Why, hello there.
The United Colonies Department of Labor would like to remind you that working too much...
Be well in your travels.
And any injuries or mistakes you incur while suffering the effects of overwork or exhaustion can also harm your company's
Faye,
bottom
if you know anyone in need of food or shelter, please send them my way. The Sanctum Universum will provide. We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if they choose to follow our faith. One is not conditional upon the other. We will happily... Unfortunately, that is not the sort of assistance we can deliver, except in rare circumstances where we can help organize a fundraiser. Certainly. We don't currently have the soup kitchen open, but when we do, you are more than welcome to join us. You may feel free to use one of the community sleep pods, so long as it is unoccupied. We only ask that you take good care to leave it in the same state you find it in. Of course, we are happy to provide. Come back anytime. I'm always available for your religious needs.
Give me your honest opinion.
My shop may not look special. No, but it's locally owned and independent.
I don't know.
You know that's a terrible...
Well, I did ask for honesty.
By the end of the evening, we'll be at each other's throats, debating...
Just passing through, or here to stay?
It'll be just like the last time.
No, not at all. We'll stay away from the topics altogether. I swear it.
I'll think about it. I could use a night out, and Jack does make strong cocktails.
What a day, huh?
I keep telling myself, next year, it's back to New Atlantis. Out to the backwoods and back to civilization. But they keep increasing me salary.
Let me guess. You're here because you were working a cutter, accidentally nipped your thumb off, and you need me to reattach it again? Well, that's a relief. So, what is it then? Some other workplace accident? Crushed toes? Nasty abrasion? Frostbite? Sorry. I tend to think the worst, since the overwhelming majority of my patients come here to treat entirely preventable accidents. I know it's my job to help people, and I love doing it, but I do wish they'd be a little more careful down in the mines. I'm Dr. Flynn. What can I do for you today?
Not a moment too soon. Thanks.
I've often wondered why myself. I've got some theories. From what I hear, the equipment's supposedly not in the best shape, so that's part of it. But I also happen to know the miners can get very competitive, since their bonuses are determined by how well they exceed their quotas. So that leads to a bunch of meatheads going out of their way to avoid following safety precautions and taking shortcuts to squeeze out a little extra job performance. It's bollocks, that's what it is. You know, I've been saying that going on 10 years now. You'd think I'd take me own advice, open up my own practice on a nice, safe world, maybe settle down with someone. I'd be much happier, for sure. But the truth is, the pay is exceptional here, and all these careless Egypts keep me busy. Maybe it's enough to stay with it and retire early instead. Bollocks! Is that how I come off now? Work's getting to me, I suppose. It's just... You see, no one on this bloody planet seems to follow basic safety precautions. It's always, Dr. Flynn, reattach me arm, or help me with this frostbite. Well, maybe if you took the time to properly dress yourself for the outside, you wouldn't be losing your fingers, you Egypt. Sorry for the rant, just for a change, I'd rather be treating a common cold, and not some horrific yet entirely preventable accident. Let's have a little look-see at ya, shall we? Alright. Whatever you're worried about, just stop. You're perfectly healthy. Well, you're not missing a limb or bleeding out on me floor, so I'm happy to help. See you around.
This is a courtesy reminder that despite the low gravity on Mars, a fall into Sidonia's lower level is still likely to result in injury or death.
Delivered what
Please
was by all
exercise
accounts a
caution near balcony
passionate sermon
edges.
on greed and the responsibility of man. A small gathering of Sanctum Universum faithful listened to hear their founder, but some passerbys expressed frustration. I was just going to Galving.
We got a lot of good stuff
to be subjected to universal propaganda, but this new baby in the microwave.
Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure.
Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremor.
The Sidonian people are great. They're hard workers and true UC patriots.
3, 2, 1.
Deimos. One of the earliest shipbuilders. and desperate to remain relevant.
Sometimes I feel like these mines just run themselves. I like to think that's thanks to me.
Another long day. I haven't had a day off in 3 years, and I wrote the damn time off policy.
Many people think psychology is only good for treating past emotional trauma, but it's a great way to prevent it in the first place.
I know the Deimos employees here on Mars think I'm overbearing, but what they don't know is that I've saved this operation from being shut down countless times. Hello there. Do I know you? Ah, I see. Well, I'm Leona Hawks, Deimos Star Yard's corporate liaison. Anyone who deals with our office likely deals with me at some point. I suppose I'll be seeing you around. We've been contracted with the UC for decades to provide military-focused crafts for the entire fleet. It makes sense that they trust us, as Deimos is the oldest standing ship manufacturer in the settled systems. We were responsible for some of the major advancements in grav drive technology since the early days of its existence, so our legacy is strong. I coordinate between Deimos Corporate and the other operations, such as the Star Yard itself, and the mining operations here on Sidonia. Deimos Star Yards Corporation is a complex entity, given that the different divisions have different goals and priorities. My job is to make sure those are all in alignment. Take care now.
A reminder that particle detonations can occur beyond the city limits between the hours of 0600 and 1800 local time.
I wish there was more to do around here. Making gets
You know, I
Very practical to seal this off and make it habitable. Also rather visually pleasing.
Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor, mining director for the Deimos mining project here in scenic underground Sidonia. I could spare a minute or two to chat, so long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose. Not so bad for one of the oldest mines in the settled systems. We struggle with the lack of decent equipment, but we work hard and make up for it. As I'm sure you know, we're responsible for supplying resources to Deimos Star Yards, which in turn is responsible for supplying UC naval vessels. That, among other major projects, makes us one of the United Colony's most important mining operations. The prestige and pay that comes with it almost makes up for being stationed at the arse end of the settled systems in the middle of nowhere. Yep, that's me. Joined up with Deimos when I was just 17 as a mining gopher. Go for this, go for that, you know how it is. I worked hard, proved myself capable, and got the promotion to mining director about 6 years ago, after the old boss retired. Some of the older guys resent me, but I give everyone a lot of leeway as long as they meet their quotas. So that keeps them happy enough. The who's and what's it's? Sorry, mate. I've got no idea what you're on about. Sounds made up if you ask me. But then again, maybe the other miners have been inventing some jargon I'm not familiar with. Best to ask around. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now. Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job, off the books. Great! I promise it's nothing that'll get anyone in any kind of trouble. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though. Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some more. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me. Not having any trouble mining the ore, are you? See you around.
Outskirts due to frequent live fire exercises. It is also advised to use only approved ship. Landing pad, as the UC Marines are not responsible for hull damage caused by stray munitions.
Any doubt of Sidonia's importance to the United Colonies and its industry? This certainly puts it to rest. Hey, be careful not to point that thing at me.
Curse you!
Stay away from the Sixth Circle unless you're a minor. Or at least, don't come crying to me if anything happens to you.
Pardon me.
I could use a break.
Please keep prolonged showers and other water use to a minimum. Do your part to conserve our precious resources. Thank you from the Sidonia Department of Public Works.
hope you are
Talk to me.
sufficiently rested. Who knows what this day will bring?
Better if you had a bigger book allowance.
You know me so well, Dad. So, what do you say?
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot.
Is there a way to go faster than the speed of light? And none of that grav tech cheating? Bye!
Did you need something? Need to see what I'm carrying? So, yes.
Once we
Goodbye.
get to Neon, until next time. You need something? Next time.
Is something amiss? Indeed I do. All yours. Very good.
Got my attention, Captain.
Always nice to kick back and broken spear after a long day.
Okay. I can see you're serious about helping me. Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our Director of Mining Operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval. Now hold on, it's not that easy. You'll need to apply for it like anyone else. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is posted. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk about how to secure the position for you.
Back.
Deimos Star Yard offers competitive options for private buyers. Please dock to see our sales representative.
And we're docking. And complete. Easy peasy.
Good day, Captain.
When humanity finally left the cradle...
I wish Deimos was... Exclusively.
Deimos and the UC are inexorably tied together. If one fails, the other does. I might not mind seeing that.
Welcome to Deimos.
It was Deimos' state-of-the-art technology that was
Deimos ships are responsible for countless victories. They're recent history.
No other ship can hold that
What do we have here? A civilian in my star yard. Deimos prides itself on being the UC's first and last line of defense in space. But we're more than happy to protect and arm bold entrepreneurs that do their business among the stars. Anyone that flies in space earns my respect. Heck, an independent may be even braver. You don't have a fleet at your back when the Crimson Fleet comes calling. So, let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you. Excellent.
you require my assistance?
When humanity finally left the cradle of Earth behind, the United Colonies was born. In tribute
Deimos and the UC are inexorably tied together. If one fails, the other does. I might not mind seeing that.
Use. Should be honored to step foot in here.
Feeling of sitting in the cockpit of a longsword. There's nothing like it.
Ah, it's nice to see someone not in uniform. They can be so touchy, you know. Always eager to point out the slightest problem. Oh, please tell me you aren't secretly some high-ranking general, are you? Oh, I was. Most of us at Deimos served in the UC Navy in one capacity or another. I'm mustered out as a chief warrant officer. Pretty good for a non-com, eh? But there is a lot of top brass around here, so you have to always be at your best. What a relief. I assume you're here for a ship. Either that, or you are really, really lost. Mr. Henderson handles sales, but if you want to know anything about our ships, I'm your gal. If you have your own ship, we're always looking for bulk resources. The Star Yards have negotiated a set price with the Trade Authority, twice the market rate. As a first-time contractor, I am required by law to let you know that every Star Yard offers the same terms. But obviously, you should deal with us. Depending on your cargo hold size, you may need to make several trips to fulfill the order. So what we need is lead. We need a small shipment, 500 units of it. Excellent. This invoice has the details. Let me see your manifest. We'll unload that from your ship right now. And that's the full invoice. Excellent work. We don't have any more invoices at this time. Perhaps later? Deimos has every type of ship you need. Except actually, ships. You know, the water ones. But that's obvious, though. Oh, yeah? Well, I take that as a compliment. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It can be pretty hard working with these no-nonsense military types. Oops. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say things like that, at least not so loudly. I've already been written up twice this week. I can only take so many lectures. Man, I could really use a drink. Well, we don't have much of it at all. We have to keep up appearances. What I could really use is Jake's Stout, from Jake's Bar in New Atlantis, of course. Or the Well, to be more specific. I used to love that place when I lived there. I mean, Jake isn't friendly, but he could make a pretty good drink. Say, you're the traveling type, right? Would you mind grabbing me one of Jake's Stouts? Awesome! Thank you so much. I eagerly await your return. Oh, yeah. Bye.
These are hallowed halls.
If you want to survive out there, you've come to the right place.
What do we have here? A civilian in my star yard. Deimos prides itself on being the UC's first and last line of defense in space. But we're more than happy to protect and arm bold entrepreneurs that do their business among the stars. History was forged in our star yard, time and time again. So, let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you. Good choice. I think you'll be more than satisfied. When you get serious about your spacecraft, come back to Deimos.
Enjoy your stay.
Deimos is here to turn right away. Certainly. Sorry to see you go.
Are you sure you're in the right place?
Generations of UC pilots were armed here.
I have to say it. No funny business.
Damned ships in the galaxy.
Do you sell to the Freestar Connected?
We never accepted a military contract.
The next Kraken off the line goes to my base.
Never will.
But what about to the citizens?
As long as the civvy passes a background check, we are required by law to sell to them. If you don't like
When I get to having demos of my own.
My CEO wants to know, can Deimos ramp up production? It's heating up out there.
Yes, sir. We're already in the supply chain.
That sounds like a serious problem.
We have many capable subcontractors and mining companies we can call. Don't worry. When you need us,
These ships are marvels, almost too good for civilians.
Will we be taking off immediately, or are there other matters that require your attention?
Your ship is way bigger than Dad's.
Deimos has certainly bound itself to the UC military, for better or worse.
Hello.
Welcome to Deimos.
You deserve the best of the best. Certainly. Let's get you set up. When you get serious about your spacecraft, come back to Deimos.
Deimos ships are responsible for countless victories. They're a true piece of history.
No other ship can hold a candle to a Deimos.
Sure. I've got a minute. Oh, pardon me. Alrighty.
Hey. Bye-bye.
know, the way you handle things, not bad. Not bad.
Has certainly bound itself to the UC military, for better or worse.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
I wish Deimos was exclusively a military
Excellent.
contractor.
I think you'll be more... When you get serious about your spacecraft, come back to Deimos.
Deimos ships are responsible for countless
Need help with anything?
I must confess, the hum of a grab drive makes me feel good.
You're awake. I was running out of knives to sharpen while I wait.
Textbook there. We're free.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. And we're done. Welcome to Mars.
Certainly less auspicious than New Atlantis, is it not?
Careful near the railings on the upper level.
Don't worry. We're gonna make sure you get that job. Trust me, this is the best shot we've got at getting that request approved. Okay, now we need to ensure you get hired. Basically, we'll need to make sure you're the only choice. To do that, you'll need to get access to the HR terminal in the corporate office upstairs on the main level. If you delete the other applications from the system, you'll be a shoo-in. I know it might feel shady, but think of it more like uncorking an unnecessary bottleneck. It's gonna help us all. By the way, the HR password is password spelled backwards, which Tia thinks is pretty clever. She gets talkative during happy hour, and loud. Surprised everyone doesn't know her password, honestly. Anyway, should be pretty easy. Good luck.
Hello, stranger. I am known. What can I do for you? I was activated 17 years ago. I malfunctioned and have been in disrepair and unable to move for over 9 years. Repairs are too costly, and I am well past my warranty expiration. Now, my primary function is that of an automated personal assistant. It was chosen over deactivation. I can make general announcements and relay messages from one registered miner to another, and I can report about local news. All news and information has been supplied by employees of Deimos's mining operations. I also have been programmed with a limited selection of jokes, but I have been told to warn you, they are not good. Why did the snowman need a moist towelette? Because his arms were sticky. My doctor told me I need to cancel my camping trip and sell my circus tickets. She said I needed to avoid activities that are intense. Intense. Get it? Then my instructions are to sit here, do nothing, and be ignored. My programming indicates these are 3 of my favorite things.
Child to Work Day is not an officially sanctioned holiday, and that it is not advised to allow children into potentially dangerous work sites. Keep our children safe. Keep them out of harm's way. Thank you from the Sidonia Department of Labor.
Don't worry. We're gonna make sure you get that job. And I can say that I've got some good news for you. I just saw the company message go out that you've been hired as Peter's assistant. Congratulations. Next step should be easy. Just go to work for Peter, and when you get access to his terminal messages, you'll see my request. All you've got to do is approve that request, and we'll be right on with it. Then, we can get that new equipment and show corporate how it's done.
You're finally back. I feel like you've been gone for ages. Do you know how tough this job is without an assistant? Good. Now, let's meet. You look a bit different than I remembered. Did you go to Enhance? No. Now I remember. They told me they sent me someone new. Anyway, when they told me how poorly you did on your application questions, I had my doubts. But at least you showed up on time, so maybe there's hope? Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get to work. Not quite. I need you to do something much more important before you get to that. I'm expecting a personal shipment. I'm not sure why, but the last time this happened, my assistant ended up speaking to Governor Hurst about it. Now, Run off and get it for me. Yeah.
The United Colonies Department of Labor would like to remind you that working too much overtime is harmful to your health. And any
Cydonia can have a depressing effect on some
of
people.
overwork or exhaustion can also harm your company's bottom line.
Do your part to keep Cydonia graffiti.
Hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered. Of course, those in power have better accommodations, at least relatively speaking.
Have you checked your air filters lately? The city of Cydonia recommends checking your filtration unit every 2 weeks for old, faulty, or improperly fitted filters. Martian dust is a leading cause of respiratory illness. Remember, keep it breathing so you don't get wheezy.
Growing up in Sidonia, you gotta be tough. Do you want to hear the song I just made up? I'm a bunny, you're...
United Colonies asks much of its workers, and apparently offers rather little in return.
We have the tech to instantly jump across the universe. You'd think someone would have invented a way to keep rocks out of boots.
Hey, careful around the equipment.
Had to cancel my vacation.
Stay safe.
Red and orange. Everything's red and orange. As far as the eye can see. It can start to wear on you.
Hope nothing bad happens today.
What a day, huh?
Faith in God is what brought us to this day.